on my podcast, and I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna take a little moment to set up different type of equipment and get stuff going, but I do feel like that I need to continue to go and just start, and everything is not gonna be perfect, but at the end of the day, we are going to basically take this journey, and hey, I can only get better and better with time. So let's jump right into the first story that we'll be talking about: Zion Wilson. And let's go ahead and get into the story.
Star Zion Williamson in the middle of a love triangle that turned violent in recent days. A police source tells our New Orleans affiliate WDSU.
I don't know what the future holds, but mommy and daddy love.
The alleged aggressor, according to a police affidavit, Akima Love, the woman seen in this celebratory gender reveal video with Williamson in June of 2023, but looking very different in this booking photo from earlier this week. Love, arrested on allegations of stalking, home invasion, and aggravated battery against another woman who has not been named. According to the police report, the suspect and the victim share a romantic partner. A police source familiar with the case telling our affiliate that shared partner is Zion Williamson. Issues between the two women ramped up in mid-March, when, according to a police affidavit, Love allegedly egged the other woman's home, then messaged that woman on Instagram, stating, "Don't worry, it's going to be your head next when I drop this baby. Count your days," followed by a smiley face and laughing emoji. After the birth of that baby, things allegedly escalating further. According to the affidavit, on Sunday, Love obtained keys to the woman's residence, grabs her hair, and struck her with keys clenched in her fist, leaving the woman with lacerations above both eyes, a raised lump on the side of her head, scratches to her arms and face, and 4 fingernails torn from her hands. The police source telling our affiliate the incident happened at Williamson's multi-million-dollar home in Kenner. According to the affidavit, Love was arrested nearby at a second multi-million-dollar home inside a gated community, where Williamson is also listed as a resident in public records. Zion Williamson and Akima Love's attorney declined to comment. The Pelicans did not respond to a request for comment. It's all just the latest distraction for Williamson, the number 1 overall NBA draft pick in 2019, who's been sidelined with several injuries since. Now, Akima Love going from courtside to courtroom. At a hearing yesterday, her bond set at $50,000 and a protection order issued to keep her from making contact with the alleged victim. Marquise Francis, NBC Tonight. NBA stars.
Okay, so wow, this is definitely unfortunate for everyone around, but I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I really do feel like this is the reason why everybody is responsible in this, and we have to take responsibility for our actions, because for number one, he already was playing in that girl face. You see what I'm saying? Like, yes, you know what I'm saying, you having kids by this girl, then you turn around, you know she pregnant, then you move the side chick next door. Why would you move that side chick next door? You see what I'm saying? Like, we really need to ask those type of questions. Like, why would you play with somebody that close? And when a man is in such high demand for as like money and the number 1 draft and stuff like that, they feel like that they can do whatever they please. They feel like they're gonna have multiple women and stuff like that, and it's either you can stay around and stick by my side, or you can keep it pushing. Now, not only because I was really wondering, like, how people felt about this. And the crazy thing about it, a lot of people was on the pregnant female side. Like, they was rooting for her. And I know a lot of people gonna be like, well, dang, like, there has to be some unreasonable people. But it's just the simple fact is that a lot of people was feeling like, number one, she's going through postpartum. Number two, this is her, I want to say, what, second child. And then on top of that, not only did you sit up here and cheat on me, then you got so comfortable to you point you left the side chick. You basically bought a place for the side chick down the street. And I just hate it, because the simple fact is, as females, I just feel like we gotta stop. And I know it's easier said than done, because we be like, well, dang, she knew about me. But we do have to stop going after the other woman. because that other woman don't owe you no loyalty. It's the man that you're laying down with. It's the man that you're making kids with and stuff like that. Because not trying to be funny, baby, she gonna still turn around and you doing all of this, going upside her head with the kids, dragging her by her hair and stuff like that. And you know what he gonna do? He gonna be right there consoling her. He gonna be right there consoling her, trying to let her know, don't worry about it. He gonna be getting all the stuff fixed. He finna really put her up somewhere better and nice, just because he feels like he has to basically go behind you and fix a lot of stuff that you do. And then what was the purpose? You see what I'm saying? Like what lesson did you teach either one of them? And it's sad to say, but it's just like when you're in a situation like that, you have to be very careful, because I don't care what you say, but true love or somebody that care about you would never have you even, doubting yourself or feeling the need to even go after or another woman and stuff like that. And I just feel like that hopefully this lady gets strong enough and realize that at the end of the day, it's gonna come to a point where if I do not get control of my feelings and emotions, it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. And I just really feel like that. Like, it's only gonna get worse. People are so quick to be like, oh nah, lesson learned. But what do you guys think? Do you think that this man is really gonna give up, as far as like his baby mama, and you know what I'm saying? Like, do you really feel like that he's gonna give it up? Or do you feel like he's gonna stop playing games and this and that? Because in my opinion, no. So girl, you did all of that just so next thing you know, yes, he's gonna bond you out and he's gonna still deal with you because you have his kids, but it's only gonna get worse. Because once I feel like this, once you kind of forgive somebody for cheating and playing in your face that close, girl, that close, it's not a good thing. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, like, we can be in situations where we be thinking like, okay, you know what I'm saying, like, I do flirty, and you know what I'm saying, he might have did kind of, step out or whatever. But when you get to the point of you moving the other woman down the street and all this type of stuff, like, that's extremely a lie. And you know that you are consistently impregnating this girl and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, she has to have more standards too for herself. So what do you guys think on this situation? Who do you feel like is in the wrong? Do you feel like she should go to jail and everything else? Because it's kind of like, you shouldn't have put your hands on her, period, point blank. So let's get into this next subject.
I seen a post from a woman on here that said the real reason she doesn't date attractive men is because basically, once you her type, you can get away with almost anything. And I 100% feel that. Like, I'm not gonna say I date ugly women because I don't, but like, I stay away from my type. Because my type has me spending money that I don't have, skipping work that I need to be doing, mentally going through all the fucking loops. And I don't want to go through no more circuses. I don't want to chase nobody. I only want what wants me. So I'm not going after my type. And my type is the traditional bad bitch. And I think that's everybody's type. But the bad bitch has a worse personality. That's all I'm saying. So I like women that like me as much as I like them, as well as have personality to go with looks, have smarts to go with looks. Like, my type, all you gotta do is be light skin, curly hair, and a nice body and a pretty face, and boom, here's my wallet. Here it all. Oh, you need your nails done? Don't worry, I got it. And nigga, I don't got it. I really don't got it. So that shit is like detrimental to my life. So I stay away from them.
I know you lying. You know what? This is one subject. By being a chocolate, young lady myself, I really do hate when people feel the need to kind of just like degrade another race or skin tone just because they have a certain preference. It's okay to like what you like. I don't feel like it's nothing wrong, and I don't feel like nobody should be judged for that. The problem that comes in with me is the simple fact is that why do you have to basically sit up here and degrade or just kind of like put another skin complexion down? And let's just keep it real. When you look at their background, it's always the men's that sit up here and your mama like, oh, I like this, I like light skins, or I like mix and this, and that. But then your mama and your sister and them is bad built, black as the tires on your car, and at the end of the day, you love them. You ready to go to war behind them. You know what I'm saying? Bet not nobody say nothing about your sister and your mama. But then yeah, you will get on social media or you will grow up and then you will sit up here and want to pick the total opposite and then have the audacity to voice your opinion. But your black behind mama is the one who had to raise you on her own. A single black woman had to raise you and you love her to death. But at the end of the day, you feel the need to get on here and, say things like that. So I'm gonna keep it real. I hate the colorism topic at times because I just feel like that it's just really sickening. Like even with this situation, and I would love to hear y'all opinion because like I say on my podcast, I want everybody to feel free to speak on what they need to speak on. But my opinion on this for him to feel like that, I can respect it. Like he said, for instance, say I just date within my means. But somebody made a good point too in the comments, and they sit up here and said like that just shows you that once he do get on top, and once you do, you know what I'm saying, get to a certain point in his life, he's going to go after what he want. But let's just be real. A lot of these black men's, and I'm not just gonna throw them under the bus, but because you know what I'm saying, but a lot of men, especially a lot of men that probably grew up in a lot of poverty and stuff like that, let's just keep it real. Once they get to a certain level, that's why all these athletes and stuff like that, that's the reason why all these athletes and stuff like that, I'm sorry. That's the reason why all these athletes and stuff like that, they get to a certain level in life, and let's just keep it real. They end up marrying outside their race, white women, so-called exotic women and stuff like that they prefer. Because they just feel like that, hey, black women, we just a little too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just hate it because you never know what you're missing. That's the reason why, as women in general, I feel like that we should basically, you know what I'm saying, stop out there trying to hold somebody down. Let's get up out that mindset. You know what I'm saying? A man is a hunter. It says he that finds the woman finds a good thing. So not trying to be funny, it's kind of like if you feel like that you're with a man and he cannot, you know what I'm saying, he's not into you, and you know what I'm saying, he's not putting forth the effort to kind of show you that he wants you and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to say it has to be one-sided, but let's just keep it a book. If he ain't liking you more than you like him, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying, baby? Let it go. Let him go get somebody that he needs. Because not trying to be funny, this is the same. Like what this man said up here and said, like, hey, I ain't dating no ugly women, but still, it's certain women that I feel like that I have a weakness for. I have a weakness for light-skinned, curly hair women. So, yeah, I'm quick to go on and go broke behind them. But you saying that if chocolate or a dark skinned woman or someone that's really not your preference, but they have a good vibe, it's kind of like you're gonna be quick to kind of tell them, "Oh, I'm good," or I ain't really got it. You want to tell us the sad story. Nah, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should get what you want. And at the end of the day, it's just sickening. I ain't gonna lie. But I would love to hear you guys' opinion and your point of view on this certain type of subject, because you never know. It's no such thing as a bad response. Because even with this gentleman right now, I feel like at the end of the day, this is his opinion. He's being very blunt and upfront. And let's just keep it real. Like, a lot of men think like this. A lot of men think like this. He was just brave enough to kind of put it out there. Let's just keep it a book. He was brave enough to put it out there. So what you guys think about that? So next subject is, okay, so this has been going viral for a while, the Anthony Edwards situation and stuff like that. He granted his request for no custody and visitation to the mother of his daughter, his newborn. Now, just a little backstory for people that don't know, he is in the NBA star. Basically, he is dating a woman that I think he had a couple of kids with, and outside of their relationship, he has had multiple kids. This one is going viral just because this girl is basically, she has a baby. Let me move the camera a little bit so y'all can see. This is her. She has a baby by another rapper guy. You know what I'm saying? And his name is Little Baby. So in reality, they're looking at the fact that she's the gold digger. They like, oh, she a gold digger. She keep having babies by, certain dudes. Now this dude is going viral, and this situation is going viral because let's just keep it real. This ain't nothing new. He ain't the first celebrity, and not gonna be the last star that tends to get different women pregnant, or gold diggers, or side chicks and strippers, or whoever pregnant while they have a wife and stuff like that at home. The reason why this is going so viral is because the simple fact is that he did not want the baby. Let's just keep it a buck. He did not want the baby. He feels like that he had already asked her to go ahead and abort the baby. She did not want to abort the baby. She says it's her body. She still want to keep the baby. So then by her keeping the baby, he said, okay, boo, I'm going to sign over all my rights because I don't want nothing to do with it. Okay. And then not only have he tried to sign over all his rights, he also is asking the court to basically, because what people fail to realize is that that's why a lot of people like, oh, you sign over your rights, and then you ain't got to be responsible. No, you can sign over all your rights, but the court, if you are determined to be the father, you still will be on child support. Like, you still will have to pay. Now you just ain't got no rights. And so what he's asking the court to do, he's asking the court, not only I want to sign over my rights, how much are you guys going to charge me? He's going to pay the whole 18 years off in one lump sum. Woo! So this is something that's gonna change the game, and people are like, oh wait, are you serious, or what's going on and stuff like that. And people are really kind of, not trying to be funny, a lot of people are really kind of going both ways on this. First of all, they're really kind of leaning more on his side because they feel like, hey, when a man say he don't want the child, and then if a woman still wants it, then it's not, they shouldn't be responsible for it, or they shouldn't be expecting nothing out of it. A lot of people feel like she's only having his baby because he is a star. If he was Lil Ray Ray from on the corner, she probably would have went ahead and decided to not have the baby. And a lot of people are feeling bad because they feel like that by him going through all this type of stuff to make sure he doesn't have any part, then what about the child? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about the child? How's the child going to feel growing up? Because let's just keep it real. The child is going to have to hear and know all this type of stuff. If social media like it is now, it's only going to get better, and it's only going to get worse for, the people that are hitting type of scandals, and then they look back and their kids grow up and able to pull up all this information that they was going through. And I'm just going to be real with you. Like, I'm going to keep it real. If it was me, no, I would have never went through the pregnancy. You see what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to go through a certain type of procedure and go through that type of stuff, because first of all, birth, you can end up losing your life, through the process because of health issues or anything else. So, but we can't judge her also, because like she said up here and say, like a lot of people saying too, like, he knew he was having unprotected sex. He knew when he, did what he did with her and stuff like that. You're taking a chance of that. So it's kind of like, don't sit up here and get upset because you got. So what do you guys think about that? Do you feel like at the end of the day, he should definitely just suck it up? Not suck it up. He shouldn't do that. But do you feel like that he should basically go ahead and be in the child's life? Not only be in the child's life, he should be there, and he should make sure that he's a part of the child life and just go ahead and take the responsibility? Or do you feel like she's in the wrong and you're siding with him or her? I would love to hear you guys' opinion. So that's that on that. Okay, so Jonathan Major. Let's get into it. So Jonathan Major says assault allegation ruined his Oscar chance for magazine dreams. It's a wrap. They aren't going to do it for me. Let's just see what he says.
Victor. Oh, I, maybe not you, maybe not all your homies, but you know the guy who's like that, right? We all know the male, the guy or the gal that sits in the gym who's just hoodie on, working, right? And it's manic. You're like, what's up with them? You know what I mean?
It's a fact.
I'm trying to show you what could be up with them. What could be. You know what I mean? This isn't politics. This is art.
Absolutely. When the movie came out, you won the prestigious Sundance Award, the jury, special jury. I mean, it was obviously a great, opening of the film. The reviews have been great. The reviews have been praising you. As an actor, do you think about, well, what else can I get with this movie, right? Meaning that like awards and things like this. Is that in your head, or do you kind of like not even thinking about that?
I don't really think about it. I don't really think about it. Why? I just got other things to think about, and I've got people on my team that can think about those things if they present themselves, like, let's be honest about it, right? Like, again, we told the viewers we're all buddies here, right? So like, let's be honest, right? The shit I went through, the way that hit the press, the way I was dragged, the things I've had to deal with and heal from and all that, that's completely, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate the hustle, I appreciate the love, but I'm a part of the academy. And I can tell you right now, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? They're not gonna do it. You know what I mean? What a beautiful space to be in when that was never my objective. You know what I mean?
So, do you feel like that's a true statement about him being in these allegations? His chances for getting the Oscar for the new movie that he just put out or whatever. And a lot of people are saying that the movie is excellent. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're saying that it's excellent, but he just, I feel like that he feels like no matter what he put out, no matter how good the work is, no matter, how many praises he get, certain awards and certain things and people would never give, that you can never just get back once your name is put out there in a certain type of way. Once certain allegations hit the public, some people, whether you was proven innocent or not, they're still not going for it because they don't care. And I know a lot of times people be like, but that ain't fair, and you got to do this and you got to do that. But at the end of the day, it's sad to say, because I just feel like that, Jonathan Major is actually from, my hometown, and he went to school with the high school that I went to. And I just hate to see that, this is how fast your life can turn around. If this ain't a testimony, this is a testimony, because you got to understand, Jonathan Major was actually getting noticed, recognized, and he was definitely getting, up there. And then soon as he got caught up in that allegation with, a Caucasian woman, and it just went downhill. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna keep it real with you. This what happens when you a brother. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, he all on there telling that lady she need to be like Coretta King, and she, saying this and doing that. And a lot of people was like, well, he did admit he did this, he did that, but it's just kind of like it's the same thing. Two things in two places. This lady is still able to live her life and go on about her business and stuff like that. At the end of the day, this man, regardless of who gave him an opportunity or not to be in movies and stuff like that, he even getting turned down with some interviews. You see what I'm saying? Like, some people don't even want to interview him or have him on his station. And somebody in the comments said that too. They were just like, look at Chris Brown. No matter how much talent Chris Brown has, know how many times he has broken certain type of standards for as like records and stuff like that, people are still holding on to the situation with him and Rihanna, and nobody's telling folks to forget about it. It's, time has healed. But at the end of the day, that's something, those is certain allegations, no matter what. And let's just keep it real, when you are a man, or a black man especially, they not going for that. They not going for that. So, do you feel like he can get an Oscar? Do you feel like his career can ever come back from the allegations that he's been through? I would love to hear you guys' opinion. Okay, so the last story for today will be this one. Okay. Update. Georgia dad who left kids at McDonald's lied about job interview. 10-year-old says he does it all the time. So, okay, let's just keep it book. So this guy, he basically, you know what I'm saying, they had arrested him because they said his 1, 6, and 10-year-old was left unattended at McDonald's. And once they arrested him, he said he was at the a job interview. Now, boy, they say if you ever want to know the truth, ask them kids because they gonna let you know. So they asked the 10-year-old, and the 10-year-old said this wasn't his first time. She said the father actually leaves them there a lot and alone, and we that she was supposed to basically been watching, you know what I'm saying, like looking out and watching and stuff like that for her younger siblings. And it's just really it's really sad to know. And I ain't trying to be funny. See, this is something back in the day. See, back in the day, this is something normal. You know what I'm saying? But baby, back in the day, our parents used to at least leave us at the house. They ain't never sitting over here being like on some, oh yeah, we finna take y'all to McDonald's and take y'all to a theme park and stuff like that and leave y'all for a couple of hours and then we gonna come back and get you. No, you finna be in the house. We was told don't open that door for nobody, don't answer them phone calls. You know what I'm saying? We were just a little bit more trained because I was watching my siblings, so I don't feel like it's bad to be at the house. It's something bad, but it's just the simple fact is not only. So what was you doing? Let's just keep it a book. Like, what was you doing? Like, what was you doing the whole time? What was you doing in the mixed of? Because if your 10-year-old, just like I say, instantly just letting it be known, like, hey, we do this all the time. And I'm pretty sure that the McDonald's at the location or whatever, they called the police too because this is something that he does often. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to be funny. Yeah, get your kids. Get your kids. He should definitely be charged for that child neglect and everything else. Because if something would have happened and he's not there, then y'all want to sit up here and sue McDonald's. But in reality, why are you leaving your kids up there? And then this is the crazy thing about it. When this story first had hit, people was up there, oh no, oh, he trying to get a job to support his family. And then they started doing a GoFundMe account and this, and that. So it's kind of like people really kind of fell for him because they was just like, okay, yes, that is a sad thing. But you telling me 3 kids and then the mother, not trying to be funny, where the mother at, where the grandma, where are the people that probably the village, and not trying to say everybody have a village, but I do feel like he feel like that was just the easier way for the Senates or the people that, you know what I'm saying, like far as like the people to feel bad for him. But I think it's sickening because it is people out there that have, also went to jail and things have happened to their kids because they have left them in the car. They have left them at home alone. They have left them somewhere because they feel like it's a public place. That don't make no sense. Like that definitely don't make no sense. So a lot of people was just saying like, hey, that ain't bad, that still ain't bad because I was 10-year old and I was watching my siblings and I was in charge. But at the end of the day, just because you was in charge, that doesn't mean that it was right. Let's just keep it real. We're growing up in a different time. Even our parents probably should have never been left leaving us at the house by ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on now. We 9 and under, or 10 and under, or a teen that like we ain't even 13 yet, but we're in a whole house by ourselves. It wasn't right. You see what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make it right because we did it. It's a lot of things that we experience as kids that let's just keep it real. These kids these days couldn't even stand a chance. I mean, they would think that some of our love stories could be a horror story. They'll think we was in a scary movie. They probably started crying when we started talking about, yeah, we was left alone and we couldn't come back in the house and till the street lights was on and we had to do this and we had to do that. They'll probably freak out because they'll be like, oh my gosh, what in the world? Because they wouldn't be able to handle it. And I mean, the kids are living a soft life. Let's just go ahead and admit it. And let's just keep it real. A lot of y'all that's sitting up here agreeing with him now, y'all barely even want y'all kids to even, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even play about y'all kids. Let's just keep it real. Y'all don't play about y'all kids. Y'all baby daddy's barely even getting them. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep it real. He is wrong and he's sorry as hell for doing it because let's just keep it all the way real. You supposed to be probably watching them kids while the mother was at work. And then you gonna have nerves to take them to McDonald's, and then next thing you know, you sitting up here talking, oh, I was at a job interview. No, baby, charge him for child neglect And I just hate it because now it's like, not only now you finna get something on your regular, so even if you start looking for a job, now this is the next step. But okay, you guys, so this was actually my first podcast video that I want to kind of like just go through. Well, it's probably like my second one. So you guys, like I said, Prince, if you have stayed in and tuned in and watched this or whatever, I really appreciate you. Thank you. Please like, comment, share, and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.